Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to the Visionary Parent Community, Visionary Parent channel. And this is Apurva, your host. And today I'm going to take a topic which it's actually a question given to me by my community, one of my community members. So, yes, Yogita, you shared with me that your son has some uncontrolled behavior. He's always every single day punished in school. There are a lot of complaints that are coming into you that your child is not listening at school. He does not want to follow some school rules, and you have taken a break from your career because of that, and you tend to give in to the triggers that you have, and you hit and yell at your child. So what exactly can you do? Now there are some pointers that I've written that can help you immediately. I don't have a PPT prepared, so I'm just gonna go, whatever I feel, and I feel that I hope that it reaches your heart, and I'm able to help you and many others in the process who are facing a similar kind of situation. Okay, so about getting triggered, I have already done a video. This is episode number 3. So go ahead and watch episode number 2 where I share how can you really handle your triggers. Okay, so that is number 1. Second is how to really help your child understand that these uncontrolled behaviors are not going to help the child, right? So the number one thing that I want you to do is understand this, that he is coming from some place. He's coming from somewhere because of which he's acting out. So these uncontrolled behaviors like not listening to anyone, being not following the school rules, it is it starts from some place, whether the child is missing someone, whether the child is um, getting overwhelmed with by the amount of hard work that he has to put in for the homework and stuff, or it can emerge through our expectations out of them because they do not have the resources to share what they are feeling at any given point of time. Because you know what, these children, even if they are hungry, they would act out. Even if they want to sleep, they will act out. They do not understand the difference between, if I am hungry, I should ask my mom that, I'm hungry, just give me food. They do not know the difference between the real problem and the problems that emerge via these basic necessities, right? So first thing is that we need to understand that where exactly he is coming from. So how can we really understand? First thing is we need to connect. That heart to heart connection needs to be there with our children in order for them to really understand themselves. When we give them a platform where they can share whatever their feelings are, only then will we be able to understand what they're feeling, right? So we need to become that platform for them, first thing. And how do we become that platform? We need to connect with them by asking them some relevant, meaningful questions. Like you can go ahead and just hug your child, just be there for your child, whatever your child is saying, just be there at that particular moment. Don't try to correct, don't try to do anything. Just be there in that particular moment and appreciate them, that for something, some very small thing, appreciate them that I love the way you have done this or done that. And then you can ask your child that, beta, what is it that is that is not helping you grow? Or what you can ask is, what is it that is I'm not getting that word. You can ask, what is bothering you, right? What is it that is bothering you that you are acting out this way, right? Are you missing someone? Did someone say anything to you? Or did I say something to you? Whenever we feel upset, whenever we are upset about others, whenever we are upset about things, we tend to act out. So I would really like to know, what is it that is bothering you? This is one thing that you can ask, right? Always remember that these behaviors do not stay forever. They do not stay forever. So Just chill, just calm yourself down, because when we are in our panic mode, when we are panicking, we act out and we show them that this is what you do when you panic. You yell, you hit your, that's what you do when you panic. So even your child will be following through the same example. What is happening right now? You are feeling that if my child does not learn now, he will never learn, right? If I don't correct my child's behavior now, he will never learn, right? That is what is going on in your mind, and that's the reason you want to correct your child and you want to get it corrected right away. And that is causing you to yell or hit your child. Now, what is he learning from this particular experience? He is learning that whenever we are upset, whenever we panic, whenever there are situations that are not under our control, we act out, we yell, we hit, we don't follow another, we don't listen to others, because we are not listening to our children. This is a very important point. Okay, so remember, these behaviors do not stay forever, but at the same time, we also need to start, understanding and work on our triggers, because there are going to be many triggers. Trust me, right? Third is stop labeling them. ये तो बदमाश है, ये तो शैतान है, ये तो किसी की सुनता ही नहीं है. Stop labeling them. Stop saying that my child is this, my child is that. Your child is not this or that. Your child is behaving this way or that way, right? There is no concept as good boy or bad boy, right? The behaviors are good or bad. You need to focus on the behavior rather than the person. When you focus on the person itself, that means you are just, defining your child's character. You're saying to your child that you are a picky eater, you do not listen to anyone, you do not do this, you do not do that, you are a mischievous person, and that's what they become when they grow older. Those words that we say, those vocabulary that we say in our home, they define or shape their future. So we need to stop labeling them. Okay. Next is try to understand that the anger is a defense mechanism for your child, because the child does not have a resource. He does not have resources to handle or manage his emotions. Anger is also an emotion. In fact, anger is what do you say? It's a cover for a deep-rooted emotion of fear, of not doing enough, not being enough, any insecurity. Anger is a cover to that deep-rooted emotion. And we need to understand this, that anger is not something that defines the child. He is an angry child. No, you need to stop labeling them as an angry child. You need to start saying that, he's feeling those, he has those anger moments, which we all have, right? And whenever you have triggers, you need to go to them vulnerably, apologize, and tell them that we all are work in progress. We cannot be perfect. But I am trying my best, bacha. I'm learning from my mentor. I'm learning from my coach, and I'm trying my best. If possible, if you have a coach, if you do not have a coach, first thing is I would highly recommend that get a coach, because when you can tell your child that, even I have a coach, even I have a teacher who keeps on telling me or reminding me what exactly we need to do, right? So we can actually become vulnerable towards them, that, see, mama is also work in progress. Mama is also learning. She is also learning. She is not a perfect woman or a perfect person, right? So this is what we need to understand. They do not have the resources to share, right? They don't understand. They don't know what they are feeling at any given point, right? And the child does not have, maybe the child does not have a proper space to share his feelings, because we most of the times focus on correcting the behavior. We are not really trying to understand what is it that the child is feeling. Or whenever the child is telling us that mama this happened, that happened, we are trying to avoid or ignore whatever he's feeling. Whenever your child comes to you, are you acknowledging that, yes, I understand that you might be feeling this way? Are we acknowledging our children's feelings, or are we just ignoring whatever they are feeling? Or are we just telling them that ignore, kuch nahi hua? Many a times, even if our child falls down, what do? We say, kuch nahi hua, it's okay, right? We don't even allow them to feel those emotions. And if we don't allow them to feel those emotions, what will they be doing? They will putting down all the emotions. They would be suppressing all their emotions, or they will be aggressive. They wouldn't have the resource to, share it healthily. There are two things that can immediately happen if you try to ignore whatever they are feeling. कुछ नहीं हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ. कैसे कुछ नहीं हुआ, right? The child can either suppress all his feelings, and one day then it happens that, blast. Or the child will become aggressive, the child will become adamant, the child will not be wanting to listen to you. So these two things we want to avoid, and that's the reason we want to give them a platform where they can learn and they can grow, right? The next is, how can you understand him? How can you understand them? So there is a concept of salute model that I share. It's an acronym for the steps that I share. Just go through that if you are if you are in my community. If you are not, then get into the community where I share even more. So salute is the model that you can go for, Yogita. Next is going to their level and asking them. Most of the times we are standing, we are, height may, of course, our height is more than than the child, and when we order them, they feel threatened. They feel threatened. Even if we ask something that we want our children to answer, even if we are not expecting them, they feel threatened. So going down to their level, pampering them, and then asking those questions. What is it that is bothering you, bacha? Why are you acting out? Why are you having these uncontrolled behaviors? When you give that platform or space for them to share, they will definitely share with you, right? So now next is when the child does not want to follow through the rules. Like when your child does not want to follow through the school rules, right? You can simply say this, that bacha, we have to follow the school rules. There are some things in life which are non-negotiable, and we have to do that, bacha. Okay, if there is something someone has said to you or disrespectful towards you, and because of that you are not listening to someone, or not following the school rules in school, whether it's your teacher or it's your principal, if they have demeaned you, then let me know, right? But there are certain rules in life that we have to follow. हम ऐसा नहीं करते, बच्चा. Whenever your child, are saying wrong words, बेटा हम गलत words use नहीं करते घर पे. Not even your mom, not even your dad, nobody uses these words at home. We don't do it, right? Tell them we don't do it. Your child will definitely come and say, Mama, wo to karta hai. That person, my friend does it. Why can't I do? You just have to answer, bacha, hum nahi karte. We have to be firm in some things which are non-negotiable, right? You need to say that we have to follow through school rules, dear, right? And setting the right consequences. You can give your child 3 chances, maybe, for the next 3 days, I will be observing how you react, and I'll be constantly in touch with the teacher. I will be in constantly touch with the teacher, and I will be asking him or her, how did you do? And let's see, in 3 days, if you really, behave, and if there's no complaints, then probably we can do something really amazing that you absolutely love doing. So you can think of, so this is what I call positive reinforcement. So what you're doing, you're not saying that if you don't do this, you won't get this, right? Rather, that is called negative reinforcement, right? Rather than saying this, that if you don't do this, I won't give you this. Rather than that, what do you need to say? That if you do this, there is a surprise, there's a gift for you. Okay, so for this whole week, I'm going to just observe how you are in the school. Are you enjoying the school? And whatever complaints you have, you come to mama and you tell me. Okay, but in school, we have to follow certain rules, right? And if you, for throughout the week, if you follow through this, towards the weekend, I'm going to take you out, or I'm going to take you for a long drive, or whatever your child loves doing, right? So this is what I call positive reinforcement. You can try that, right? And uh, there are going to be moments when you feel that you have already told your child that hum ye nahi karte, ya, but there is going to be time when you have to repeat these things. Understand the fact that even we don't do if someone asks us for the first time to do something, right? Let me give you an example. Like, if my husband wants me to do something, I will at least take 1 or 2 days to follow through. If I want to pay my home bills, or if I have to do some things at house, I will also take a day or two to complete that chore. Okay, so it is very unfair for us to expect our children to follow through the time when we, say those words. So it is very unfair on your children's part, because we are also not following through. Our children are our reflection. Okay. So whenever I say to my husband that, you have to get up now, and, probably my husband is watching, reading newspaper. And at that time, if I say that, you have to do this work, and if I expect my child to do it right at that moment, it's unfair, right? So that's why we need to understand that we have to give them daily reminders, and positive daily reminders, not being bickering, not being very negative about agar ye aaj ye nahi kiya to ye nahi milega, yaad rakhna. No, not that. Just tell them that, you have the most amazing day today. Enjoy every single day. When my child goes to school, I just say that enjoy, just enjoy, right? So that kind of shifts the energy. Whenever you are in the positive energy and highest vibrational energy, that's when you behave, that's when you want to listen to others. And we need to bring our children to the highest vibration energy, right? Children actually by default they are in highest vibrational energy, but because of our energies we put them down, we pull them down, right? So understand this, that they are already in high energy because they are playing, they are removing all the energies, they are having fun. But what happens, our expectations we load on them, and then what happens, they feel pressurized, they feel not very comfortable sharing with you. And that's what we need to change. When we operate on the highest vibrational energy, that's when we will be able to match our children's energy. It's never the other way around. Our children's energy is here and our energy is here. There's a mismatch. And when we try to raise our bar, raise our energies, that's when, it will be true magical for both of you. So now that's what, and one last but not the least, leave the expectations that our children will listen to us. That's what I said. Leave the expectations that we have from our children to listen to us at a single go. Don't have that expectation, because that will only increase your triggers. They're only going to make you low on vibrational energy, and then there is going to be a lot of gaps between you and your child. And then there will come a point when your child does not connect with you, does not want to um, be connected with you, and he will push you away. So it's better to start as early as possible. Now I'm done with whatever I have taught you today. I hope this was valuable. If you found this valuable, just type in the comments valuable. Give me 3 key takeaways that you've taken away from this particular session. And if you have not registered for my masterclass, do register for the masterclass, because that's where I like decode how parenting should be. I decode, I bring in my energy, and you will leave the session motivated and inspired. That's my promise. Next, if you are not a part of my community, get into the community, because that's where the true game is, right? And if you are already a part of my community, you might want to upgrade to the diamond level membership, because that's where, you know, that's where we just break all the barriers and we triumph and conquer this whole world in all the areas of our life, right? So I am done. If you have not subscribed, just subscribe and hit the bell icon so that we can get connected often. And I'm done. And thank you so much for listening till the end. Bye bye.